Hello, welcome back. We reclaimed the throne of bureaucracy, summoned some more rubbish, and Bandar Log took the next forest province from us. I had the grid up so I could see where his units were placed. The elephants are right in the middle. Yeah, we don't fare too much better this time. So we lost another forest province. This one, which we expected. We lost 10 province income in Lupia and in Morn. Raiders from the sea are harrying coastal settlements, unrest plus 35. Bandar Log is still ready to be sieged, so we're going to do that this turn. Hopefully this is enough. I don't know how many units or mages or whatever he's got in his fort. Same setup as last time we saw it. Bless the giants. Summon a lot of fire elementals. Flying units are set to hold an attack rear after getting buffed. Yep. Hopefully this goes okay. I could just continue sitting here and not storm the castle, and just slowly take all his provinces. Which is probably safer, but it's also slower, so let's just do this now. Get it over with. This red arrow is just my pretender moving back to Quattle Swamp to, I guess, just research for a bit, till things are safer, and then he can start site searching again. And then, as I mentioned last turn, moving units into Spy Woods and Whispering Wastes to defend against this little army. So since it's just elephants that are in the middle, really I just need my giants to be in the middle. They're going to get blessed. In this case, they're going to get Legions of Steel as well. And then they're just going to walk forwards, hopefully chop up the elephants, and then everything else will just get walked over. In Whispering Waste, same sort of thing. There's lots of ranged units here. But most importantly, it's 5 giants in front who get buffed. We don't have Legions of Steel in this one. But yeah, we do have a Death Mage spamming Frighten, which is quite good against elephants, right? War Elephant, Morale 9, yeah, probably. Morale 9 and Magic Resistance 6. So yeah, this one's a little bit more scary because the only melee units I have here are the giants. So anything that gets past the giants gets at me. Even the province defense is ranged units. It should be okay. I think that's everything. So I'll hit end turn. And yeah. Next turn you get to see the battle in Bandar Log. You might have noticed that I had a lot of gold saved up that turn. That's just because I've got a lot of gold saved up that turn. I was thinking, if the battle goes well, I might stop recruiting sacreds for a couple of turns while I get up some more temples and things. Especially since we bought a Sitiz, who I think has some kind of nasty Dominion effect, right? On the other hand, if the siege of if the storming of Bandar Log goes badly, I might have to just go back to recruiting units to replenish whatever I've lost. But we'll see. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on turn 29. Hello, welcome back. The Golden Throne has been taken again. By Ulm this time. Didn't that just get taken by Sitiz? I don't know. 2 battles. There was a battle in Spy Woods, which is one of the provinces we chose to defend. And there was also a battle at the fortress in Bandar Log. Let's watch Spy Woods first. So, elephants into giants and PD. I'm always surprised by, like, how well that goes. we defended Spirewoods. Pretty good. Lost 2 skeletons. Then we stormed Bandar Log. So during the time I've been sieging him, he's been employing the tactic of summoning a load of shit. He's got some killer mantises, got some great lions, some Atavi archers, ice drakes. What are these guys? Apsaras. They look like summons. Got some tigers. Got all kinds of stuff in there. It looks like sheep as well. Goats. Excellent. And he has also got the rishis. These are the guys who blinked onto my throne. And his god is here as well. This guy looks a little bit... Ooh, he's had his soul slayed. That's not good. Yeah, this guy's immortal. Looks like he's been making use of immortality a couple of times. This is my stuff. So let's see how it goes. So first things first, he is casting a lot of soul slays at me. So something just died already. I think it was just some giants. He also sends in the ravens, Black Hawks, that die instantly. This is kind of annoying for us as well. My fire elementals are getting cast, but because of like how my troops are arranged, some of them go out in front, which is good, and some of them appear like behind everything and just get stuck and have to like walk around. Yeah. I was kind of interested in what my Mazakim did, because I couldn't find them when I watched this fight a second ago. Because they just flew. Oh, there they are. Okay. Did they do anything? No. Alright. Good stuff. You can see his god over here. He drops down behind my back lines. But he gets caught up on some skeletons, some Mazakim, and a fire elemental, which is good for me. My skeletons are getting banished. My giants are currently chopping up some animals. Some of my giants have routed. Looks like his god has died at this point. Some of my mages are also routing. And what's unfortunate here is that my giants are just kind of getting paralysed over and over again. They're not really doing much. They're also not really taking much damage though, because they're just kind of regenerating slowly. And the fire elementals are finally rolling in now. So most of his troops are routing here. I think this fire elemental down here is attacking the stuff on the wall. I can't figure out what else he'd be doing. They do just kind of sit on the wall for a bit. Yeah, these monkeys are getting lit on fire, so I guess they are. Speed this up a bit now because, yeah. My giants have probably... Oh, they're fine still. Still have, like, no encumbrance. They're just paralyzed for... This guy's still paralyzed for 15 more turns. So they just kind of stood there. It doesn't look like they're taking much damage, but every now and again one gets killed by a cell slay, which sucks. Fire elementals are now up on the ramparts at last, killing the archers. And at long last, my trusty fire elementals roll in. This guy has got a lot of kills, I feel like. This one guy. But he finally falls. Yeah. So we captured the fortress. An enemy temple was found, and it was swiftly razed. And we found one of our own fires in jars because we lost one fire mage and one priest and my prophet, unfortunately. Not sure what happened to this guy. Should have paid more attention. That's quite good. I'm always happy when we don't lose many mages. Just lost 185 gold mage and my prophet. A bit less pleased that we lost 30 giants, but that could have been worse, you know. It could have been all of my giants, so there we go. So these guys cost 130 gold, so 30 times 130 is what? 3,900, I guess. So that's a pretty expensive amount of loss. But this is everything that Bandar-log had, I guess. We now have his cap. So I guess he is pretty much done. So, you know, could have gone better, but can't complain too much. Meanwhile, we also see Tianchi scouting out Scalaria's fort here. Yep, just some chaff. A couple of mages hiding out here. And unexpected event, in the Kasavik Highlands, we gained some unrest and lost some population. Okay, a lot of arrows now. We have Claim Bandar-log, which gives us the Lotus Gardens, 2 more nature gems, and 3 more astral pearls. We have a lot of gem income now. 12 pearls, 9 nature gems, pretty good. I realized that since we're going up alteration, and since we have nature on our pretender, and since we now have tons of nature gems, we could very easily cast Mother Oak when we get to it. So that's a new target. And that would let me really start churning out some Mazakim. Although hopefully there's a better nature spell somewhere. Maybe Lilots, who knows. But yeah, that's something to think about. If we hit transformation anytime soon, we could also cast it in Bandar-log's lab, because he has luck scales instead of misfortune scales. That's nice. And yeah, he also has magic scales as well, so I'm doing a lot of research here while I can. Thinking about it, maybe I shouldn't build a temple here yet for those reasons. Let's leave it with his dominion for now. Because I'm not going to be recruiting, because he's like Turmoil and Sloth, but I'm not going to be recruiting over here anyway for a while. Let's lay off on the temple. We can put a temple down here somewhere in a second. Yeah, so that's Bandar-log. Cool. I always feel like when you take someone's cap and you do a big battle like that, it's always likely that someone saw this battle, because people tend to have scouts in other people's caps. So when people see you lose 3,000 golds worth of giants, it's important to make sure everyone knows that you're not, you know, suffering because of that. So rapidly take as many provinces as you can in a display of force. So it's pretty much all of the units that I had knocking around in this area, plus some of the stuff from Bandar-log now, is just going to clean up these Bandar-log provinces as quickly as possible. So the stuff that was defending in Whispering Waste is now going to head on to Feral Woods, Inspire Woods, going to take this throne. And I've also got my Pretender on the way over to claim the throne as well. moving out some of the stuff in my dialogue. We're just going to clean up all these provinces, and I'll sort of try and even out these 3 armies as I can, that they all have, because this one's pretty puny compared to this one, so I'll try and rearrange them to be a bit more even. But I want to start capping these provinces quickly. And I also want to start scouting out my new neighbours, so I've got some scouts now heading into Sitiz, and up here we've got scouts heading to look at Tianqi, and I guess Ulm as well. Looks like we might end up showing a border province with Ulm. Bulk of my archers, however, are moving back down to these 2 forts to sit in them again. The red arrows heading out of Ulm are priests, because I still don't have temples in places where I could have temples. And I have been trying to save a bit of gold. I'm upgrading the fort in Dunvale to a castle, because I would like to be able to recruit 1 mage plus a scout every turn. And I'm also still upgrading the castle, well, the fort, well, whatever it is at the moment, palisades. Upgrading the palisades in Quattle Swamp to a fort this turn. And I've also started work on a palisades in Morn. Very obvious what I'm doing, because you can see one lone commander on the map, so hopefully Tianqi doesn't interfere with this. And I think that's everything. Yeah. I now have 400 gold sitting in my treasury. What am I recruiting here? Just a Zamzamite at the moment. Gonna need a new prophet soon. I might get another raid on. Might just turn a Zamzamite into a prophet though, they are pretty cool. Nice to have a prophet that also has death to lead skeletons. Then again, becoming a prophet doesn't give you any leadership, does it? Or does it? I can't remember actually. I don't know. But I'll keep 400 gold. Do I want to keep 400 gold in the treasury? I'd like to get up a couple more temples down here. So yeah, I'm gonna not recruit any sacreds this turn, but I'll start again next turn, I think. And meanwhile, let's just clean up this area and hope that nobody invades me in the next couple of turns while I replenish my forces. Yeah. So I'll end the turn there. I'm going to submit a partial. I might come back to this later and just tweak a few things. I did kind of rush through this. But broadly what I just said is what I'll do, I think. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on turn 30. Hello, welcome back. We got alteration to 4. It's a nice little milestone. We can do body ethereal now. So I've changed a lot of my Astral 1 casters to be spamming this. We can also do Swarm with our Nature 1 dudes. Costs 1 Nature Gem. And is there anything else here? I mean, Destruction and I guess Curse of Stones are quite useful. Destruction destroys armor. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in there. Blight might be kind of good as well. We can spam this on someone's cap if we want to. It's only 5 Earth Gems. So we'll keep going. Lots of battles this turn, as you can see. Start with the ones... Well, start with the first one. So most of these are just attacking into province defense. There's nothing too noteworthy. Buff up and walk forwards, as usual. Chop, chop, chop. Lost 2 Mazics. Mazics aren't very durable. We also got attacked in Haunted Woods, but it was just... I think it's like the last few commanders he's got lingering around, just suiciding into my PD. Feral Woods had no defenders, and then also Dendra Nigra. I don't think this had anything. Yeah. 2 points of province defense. So all of the provinces that we attacked, we took quite easily. We also then saw Stiz taking Gerthurg with a single Marshmaster, I think. I almost said Marshmallow then. I didn't watch this fight. I guess he's just spamming Horde of Skeletons though. Got boots of long strides. And yeah. He hasn't buffed himself at all and he's getting hit by arrows. It's a bit dangerous, I suppose. But he takes that province. I'll show you where that is in a second. And we also spied Tianqi attacking Scleria. This was storming the fort. Scleria's forts are full of chaff. Tianqi have these guys, Imperial Horsemen, and lots of them. Yeah, so they have the lance charge and 2 attacks. Other than that, I guess they just look like horses. What else has he got back here? Heavy horsemen. Few spellcasters. There's his prophet. And his bless is decay weapons and undying. Casts Howl. So can these guys just not... Wow, these guys are starving. Looks like they've just stalled in the gateway here. Oh, the wolves are coming in there. They are really holding the line very well. What a weird battle. That was Evergreen Forest. Tianqi basically just lost a few horsemen. These guys cost 35 gold. It's not much. Yeah, Scleria took that pretty hard, I think. Yeah, so events, Unrest in Morn, Unrest in Valgard, and we finished our fortress in Quell Swamp. Okay, so these are the 3 provinces we just took, and this is the one that Sitiz just took. This is kind of annoying, because I wanted all this stuff. I don't know if Sitiz was at war with Bandolog as well, maybe he was. But either way, I'm going to snap up these next 3 very quickly. And this is the fort we just saw, and it looks like as soon as Tianqi took it, there was an event that Vine Ogres are now sieging him, which is quite funny. Yeah, but other than that, Scleria is down to just his cap and the Great Mountains now, it looks like. So this war down here is going to wrap up pretty soon, I think, unless Macheka really fucks up. So I will have 2 armies parked on my, kind of on my border right here, with nothing to do very shortly. You can see I actually border them from both ends, which is cool. Yeah, but that's the state of the world now. You can see lots of red arrows this turn. So a couple of things I'm doing. I'm putting scouts in Sitiz's lands, and I can see his cap here. Just so that I can keep an eye on what he's doing. I can't see any big armies of his yet, but I don't have much scouting over here. So I'll keep an eye on him, and then I'm also moving scouts into Tianqi's territory. I'm replenishing some of my scouts in Machakan territory, and I'm moving into Tianqi from this side as well. I really need to scout some of Abyssia as well. But really, I just want to sit tight for a few turns before I decide what to do. Because there's lots of people who could now just start attacking me. So in terms of attacking other players, there's no plans just yet. It would be nice to just roll straight onto cities here and just knock his fort over, but I'm just going to hold tight. I've got to replenish some of my sacreds anyway. These red arrows are all those ranged units that are sitting in forts, going back to their forts to sit in their forts. We've got a lot of gem income now. We could start also summoning like skeletons and mazics and things, wolves, to sit in these forts to make them harder to siege. So that's the only thing these red arrows are, and these red arrows are just more shaman coming out of Pantocrator's legacy to go and research in Ulman. Thinking about sitting like an earthquake caster in this province permanently, but I know that earthquake's been nerfed. I'm not sure how good it is anymore. Because since there's just a lab here and like there's an Abyssian army slowly building up, it'd be nice to just have one guy here scripted to cast Earthquake and then retreat, so that if this army moves into it, they get Earthquaked. I think Abyssian units are probably quite resistant to that anyway, because they're like, aren't they quite tough and heavily armored and stuff? And I know that Earthquake's been nerfed, so I don't know, maybe I'll do that, maybe I won't. The other thing I could do is just move every mage into Pantocrator's legacy and have them all defend here now. So just researching this province. And all the N1 guys can cast Swarm and Body Ethereal. The D2 guys could cast some skeletons, I guess. Fire guys can summon fire elementals. And we can just all defend here with a bunch of chaff, just in case they roll into it. So you might work on that next turn. Up here, moving a priest towards this throne. We have 3 more months to build the palisades. I'll get a temple up there and get a temple up in Quettle Swamp someday. Some more red arrows are, this one is I'm moving out a Death 2 mage. I realise I haven't really done much death site searching, which is a shame, because my death income is really low. And I would like to be using death gems. So I've got a D2 mage here, moving out into Lovendalon. I'm going to start site searching with a D2. A lot of these provinces are scouted by a Death 1 mage. Like this one. Not quite as good. So we'll roll around with a D2 searching. Similar sort of thing, I'm moving a lot of kind of fairly good mages into Parched Expanse to site search it. We've got my Pretender coming to claim it. We've got a D2, an F2 and an S2 all coming to site search it. So we'll claim this turn next turn and I'll also search it. You can see it's got 2 discovered sites already. Garden of Frozen Flowers for 1 water gem and an arena for 25 gold. So we'll figure out what else is here. And I'm also doing a lot of forging this turn as well. I'm forging boosters, forging a skull staff to boost death, forging some endless bags of wine, forging earth boots. That's an earth booster, another endless bag of wine, and another endless bag of wine. I'm just forging the boosters so that I've got them. I don't have a plan for them yet, but I'm sure I'll be using them someday. The earth boots would be nice on this guy to get him to earth 5. I think that's enough to summon an elemental earth guy, isn't it, and stuff like that. Okay. The last thing to talk about is just these 3 armies. These are the armies that just took those 3 provinces, and they're just going to roll forwards into these Bandologian provinces. Yeah, they're exactly the same more or less. It's just that now my Astral 1 guys are also casting Body Ethereal. Since I assume Body Ethereal is going to be much better than Luck and Twist Fate. So, same sort of thing here, it's a similar setup, but this guy's casting Body Ethereal now. And down here, we got Temin here casting Body Ethereal. But other than that, the scripts are more or less unchanged. And I think that's it for this turn. I'm also building a temple in Dunvale. So we've got 212 research per month, so we hit Alt 5 fairly soon. Can't remember how much it costs to go from 5 to 6, but then we can think about transforming my god into something a bit less small. And we've retained Bandolog's luck dominion over here for now, which will help with that. Yeah, so I'm going to end turn. Going to mark as unfinished. I didn't actually change anything on that, because the turn before this one I also did an unfinish, because I had 400 gold left in case I wanted to use it for something, but I didn't. But same thing here. I might come back and do some small tweaks, but I'll let you know if I do. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.